the radio.
Oh, gotcha. I know what you're talking about.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut with Mike Kelly, Real Estate Jerky Daily. Yes, and I was going into an airport, and I walked up there, and I couldn't read any of this stuff at all. It was so dry. It's all about dry eyes.
Yeah.
And today I woke up with dry eyes, and it's like really hard to focus.
I woke up with dry ice, and it was really cold.
Yeah, I forget what show we were watching where idiots use dry ice to burn themselves.
Oh, I watched the same thing. Pitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like that show. Marshall likes it. I just sit there. We're doing other things.
Yeah.
So we can watch it together.
It's not bad.
I don't like.
Do you hold hands?
No.
Oh,
it's all about the, my PTSD stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And then we found out that the raters, when they rate you, they look at your social media to see if you're lying about shit.
Oh. They're waiting to see you be doing backflips.
Well, if you say you have this problem, you better have that problem and not be running around doing other things.
Yeah, it's like my brother-in-law, he says he's got a really bad back, and then we go to a park for a birthday party, and he's doing backflips while catching a Frisbee.
Really?
Yeah, you got a pretty bad back.
Does he get money for that?
And no, I don't think so. But he was on unemployment.
Well, that's different. Did he get laid off? Fired?
Every job he's ever had.
Gotcha. Hey, well, the positive thing is with all the stuff that's coming out today, Dow's up 50,321, so it's up 185. Supposedly we're going to get to 100,000 before Trump leaves the office.
That would be crazy.
Yeah. 10 years sitting at 4.13, so we're going the right way on that one. The rates are better by 23 basis points today, so that's positive news.
Hey, Nvidia's down 90 cents.
Ooh. All those guys have to give up all those mansions now. Retail sales came in for December, and it was unchanged. It was way weaker than they expected.
What?
The expectation was a 0.4 gain, and if you look at the control group that strips out auto, gas, and all the building, decreased by 0.1, with estimates calling for a gain of 0.4. It did not come in anywhere near what they thought it was going to come in.
Wow.
Yeah, it was.
They're not very good predictors.
They were thinking the sales in December were going to be really good because it's a holiday, and it wasn't really good.
People did more with less.
So they actually said headline retail sales was 0, expectations of 0.4. Core sales was a negative 0.1. That is below the 0.5 expectation. November revised down to only 2%. 0.2%. I remember long story short, nowhere close to what they thought retail sales was going to be in December for the holiday. And that is throwing everything off right now because they're like, people are not buying anything right now.
Yeah.
And then January is no buy January or whatever the month was. People just like, they're not going to buy stuff. And they're like, I'm not going to buy, like Marcia did the same thing. So I'm not going to buy anything in January. I'm like, how are we going to eat?
Anything except that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she does this budget thing. I'm like, I wish I could do a budget. Okay, we're only going to pay this amount for mortgage this month.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
No, but it seems like she can do, you know what? We're only going to eat this amount of food this month. Oh, really? Is that all we're going to eat? That just means I got to go pay for my own food now. Guess what? You're going to be paying for your own bedroom.
You are now being charged rent.
Yeah, because you're not paying enough.
Yeah.
That wasn't all my stuff. I got ADP employment came out today.
What did that say?
What do you think it said?
Everything's down.
So private employers added 6,500 jobs per week, roughly 26,000 jobs per month. Prior week revised lower. This lines up with the week ADP monthly report. Job losses reported by Ravello. Sharp drop in openings. Basically, bottom line is this is not what they expected. There's average increase of 6,500 jobs created by the private sector in a 4-week period of January 24th, up from 5,000 reported in the previous month. But the total growth of 26 jobs over the 4-week period is very low compared to what they're used to.
Very low.
And then National Federation of Independent Business. I think that's what it's not international business, but the NFIB Small Business Optimism Index decreased by 0.2 to 99.3 in January, below expectation of 99.9. Not a huge drop, but it's just showing everything is not, people aren't buying.
And people aren't going back to work.
Yeah. And people really aren't losing. So what they're saying is, long story short, when the government's not hiring, then you're seeing that the labor market is not working well. And that's what we needed to show. The problem is the past administration was so much about hiring government jobs that when we were, they did 900,000 new jobs. Yeah, but they're all government, which we pay for.
Right. Yeah.
Not private sector that we don't pay for. So we don't need government bigger. We need, and someone asked me the other day, are you a libertarian or whatever? I'm like, I have no idea what I am. I just want a small government and to be left alone. Well, I guess that's libertarian, not the libtards.
Trying to remember the congressman's name. Was it Dick Monteith?
I don't know.
Congressman? Long time ago.
Tony Montana?
Tony Montano. And he said, it's not healthy to have a majority of your jobs at the government. You're taxing people and then you're paying people and you're taking their taxes. It just doesn't work.
No, it needs to be private sector, not government sector.
Yep.
Because the money doesn't just come from somewhere for the government. Yeah, it comes from us, our taxes. It's like, come on, people, wake up.
Yeah, and it's like the people that say, oh, it's a victimless crime. No, you just did fraud and you took all the taxpayers' money. That's not, we're the victims.
But it didn't cut somebody, didn't shoot somebody.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It looks like the U.S. Housing just passed the Housing for 21st Century Act.
What does that mean?
390 to 9 partisan vote. Why is this a big deal? This bill targets the root cause of affordability supply constraints. Key provisions include major reform to home program. I don't know what that program is. I'll have to look into that. Reduce duplicate environment reviews. What's your NEPA? NEPA?
I don't know. National Expeditions.
Anyway, exemptions for infill lots, small projects, 15 units or fewer, affordable housing acquisition, pattern booking to speed. So basically, this is supposed to speed up the process so you can get all this stuff. But
and
this also has
the process would probably cheapen it too.
Right. We hope. Model zoning frameworks. Streamlining manufacturer housing rules. Oh yeah, we really need that. Remember, that was a whole thing where this is supposedly going to change everything, but it's not. It's not a good attempt at it to cut some red tape and increase supply. But remember, they were talking about we're going to increase the supply of manufactured homes. So if you want to live in a trailer, they're going to have a lot of them for you. I mean, they don't look like trailers these days, but they're still manufactured homes.
They come out on a flatbed.
And then there's a antitrust case. Did you hear about between Zillow and Redfin? A federal judge has ordered Zillow and Redfin to produce executive communication related to their $100 million rental syndication agreement. Yeah, they allege that Redfin exited competition in exchange for payment. FTC and multiple state AGs involved. Discovery includes executive notes and internal communication. So I don't know. We'll keep an eye on this. It's just something I heard about. So, yeah,
I didn't heard about it.
Well, it's on Housing Wire. That's how I read about it, actually. Which my eyes are red.
Yeah,
must be conjunctivitis.
Conjunction junction. What's your function?
Yeah,
I love that song. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah. So the big thing today was ADP employment and retail sales. Both are down, which is shocking. I thought, when people were spending the past for Christmas, it was, I always said that's the one problem about Christmas is that people would spend so much money. And then in January, we show that retail sales is through the roof. And then, and then in February, then we'd show that they weren't so good. And then now they just showed we are in February.
No good. Yeah, we are in, we're our second week of February.
And November wasn't that great either. Even though there was so much volume done online, it still did not increase more than the year before. So,
yeah. Well, 25 was, how do you say it in the land I live, a suck-ass year.
Well, did you know there's like 1.3 million real estate agents out there? Realtors.
Wow.
And there's only 949,000 listings or whatever it is. And so there's 30% more agents than we need. I think there's 50% more.
I think
because if you just do 1.3 versus the 900 that close, that's saying each one of them got one, right? 10% of the agents got probably 80% of that pie.
Yeah. I was looking at a couple, on homes.com, they show your production for the year. And there were a few agents and they were younger, but zero last year.
For what?
For their production. They closed zero.
You're talking homes.com?
Yeah, homes.com. which is
Are they? But aren't they just a site to get information from?
basically, but I mean, it tracks the realtors. If the realtor is advertising on there, and every realtor does, you can pay for a subscription, or you could just be.
So what you're saying is what they got from homes.com to close was zero.
No, what they actually closed for the year, not having to do, just homes.com was showing their production was zero.
Right.
Does it make sense?
You're saying if, yeah, I'm trying to understand. So the
through-
people who advertise on
They take the
homes.com
information from
and they got the
MetroList.
information,
Yeah.
and then they said, okay, well, here's your lead, and they never close those, is what you're saying?
No,
Oh.
no. I'm just saying, let's say they're a MetroList member,
Mhm.
okay, and in MetroList, homes.com has a data feed, and it can see your production that you had through MetroList for the year. Zero.
I don't understand.
They
what
didn't
zero-
sell anything.
Who
They
didn't?
list
Who
anything.
didn't sell?
Few agents.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
okay.
And
So
they've
you're
been
saying
into business for 16, 17 years. They're not super
So
old. but
long
they're not
story
super
short
young.
is there's agents out there haven't sold anything.
Right.
Got that. That was just very hard to get there. So
Well, you should follow me more often because I know where I'm going.
yeah, I know. Well, explain. So long story short, there's a bunch of
Bill
agents out
Phillips
there.
understood me completely.
Who?
You know
oh,
he
yeah,
did.
No, he did.
And so did Valerie Santana Moon. She followed me completely. She knows me.
Yeah. Well, long story short, there are a lot of agents, a lot of loan officers who didn't close a single thing last year.
Yeah, it's frustrating and it's sad. I'm sure they've got a different job, or they have a spouse.
They better have a different job,
or they have a spouse that makes plenty of money.
I mean, because I close things and it's not enough.
No, I close things. It's not enough.
Yeah, I want more. I'm greedy.
I want it to be 2023 again.
I don't want it. I don't want that. I just don't want to have to worry about my volume. And I guess I should be focusing more on it, too. But I really focus on vets and, get all that stuff done. But I got to go through a bunch of people. They want to refinance and things are starting to come back down again to where that's going to happen. And closer we get to May, the better rates we'll get. And then because the new Fed chair is just going to drop rates.
I'm going 100. Going 100.
Because he thinks AI is helping us with productivity, which it is.
Yeah.
To do more, you're going to be able to do more with less. Yeah, that's sad. We'll go start a company.
Well, Les is a pretty popular guy. So, if you can do more with Les is going to be tired.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go.
I like how you just shake your head. Oh, it's so fun that I can make that happen.
Yeah.
All right.
And I also think this happened. All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we might not bring Mike, but we will be.
You could hit end stream.
Yeah.